Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another Monday Night Wellness Stories. I'm Sherry Danzig, and tonight we have a little bit of a different theme. Today, we're sharing stories that an experience of sharing the products when we didn't go into like a planned presentation of such, because sometimes we, set up a time and schedule a time to meet with someone and give them some hands on experience with our fabulous wellness technologies. And other times we find ourselves in a situation where we observe something and the opportunity presents itself and we are inspired from our hearts to share what these products do. And I think that oftentimes those are stories that really kind of stand out because there's this inspired space to share and oftentimes, the person that's getting the experience receiving the experience is quite delighted because it wasn't something they were expecting either. So, I think you're gonna hear some really cool stories. So we're gonna start with Gloria. If you will unmute and please share a story.
Like to. Thank you, Sherry. This was years ago. I was taking a quick flight from New Jersey back to Atlanta, and I carry my products with me. So I had the Kenko seat because it's not considered a carry-on because I'm sitting on it. I had my travel blanket and my sports bottle, and I was ready for a quick flight. And I ended up meeting a delightful woman. We ended up sharing the blanket a little bit because it was freezing on the plane. And she saw the sports bottle in the back pocket of the seat in front of me, and she asked me questions about it. And she ended up going home, doing her research, and signing up to be a consultant and buy a wellness home. She knew what she knew. That was it. She was certain of everything that we chatted about for the time that we were together.
I love that. Nothing like sitting with someone and having the captive audience of each other during a flight. Pay attention if you fly Southwest and you get to choose your seat. Pay attention to who you're sitting next to. Nancy, please unmute and share your story.
Well, strangely enough, mine was on an airplane also. And I can't remember where I was going or coming. I've been on the plane so many times recently. And I had my water bottle. I usually have my mask. I don't think she saw that, but I had the seat. And so I was putting the seat around, and she said, "Does that really help?" And I had been listening to this girl and this guy, and she was maybe in her late 20s or so. And they had jobs where they traveled all the time. Anyway, and I said, it makes a huge difference. I said, I've tried it, I've had it, and went, and I not used it and sat down, and I went, no, I've got to have this seat under me. And so I think I gave them, no, I didn't have my business cards. I gave them my website, and I have no idea what happened. No, I goofed, didn't get their names or contact, but it was really neat. I mean, they were saying, what is this? And all now I know I have that. How are you connected to nature? I can just show it. So
That's right.
anyway, that was really fun. They were wowed by it. I mean, I think I took my power band off, and did some balancing tests, stress tests, whatever. But it was great. They were impressed.
That's cool. Well, you never know. You planted a seed for sure. Wynn, go ahead and please share your story of.
I had these two wonderful lady who sponsor me for my book last year to event launch my book in Houston. They pay for my hotel and everything. I just had to get a ticket, get there. So they came to my house this week. They've been come a couple of times, but I do roll out for them. This time I used this technology with the ball and the pen. And they're very curious. One of them is an engineer. One of them, both are engineer, but now one of them is real estate broker, commercial, and the other one is a financial planner. They asked me all question, what are you doing? What do you use this on my body? I explained to them just the natural earth energy, connect with nature. And then the next morning they message, they said, I want whatever you use on me. Just order them ship, and they sent me money. They sent me more than what I asked them for. And they I sent the video of Nikon, the product, the technology, and they said it is really good. So they go travel to Vietnam to do a business trip, and they go bring this with them.
Awesome. You never know. Anytime somebody comes into your house, it's a great opportunity to
And the
wow them with products. So
amazing part, they give me each of them extra $200 to my charity. And I'm going to do a fundraiser for Van Roger's daughter charity too. So
that's
I told
awesome.
her so I can help her.
That's wonderful. Thanks, Gwen. Karen, do you have a story that you want to share?
I do. So it was actually the end of the month where we had the shutdown for COVID. And somebody had connected me with a networking group out of another city, the city that I used to live in. And so I got on this Zoom and we were all introducing ourselves. And this one woman, she just, it sounded like I should know her. And so I just sat there thinking, where do I know her from? And all of a sudden it hit me. We used to work together in a dental office, probably about 48 years before that. And it was like, oh my goodness. And I didn't say anything at the time, but she wanted my number because she wanted to know, she knows that I'm a doctor of natural health. She wanted to know what I was doing to stay healthy. Okay, she actually called me later that evening and we talked, and for some reason I started going into a little bit of biochemistry, which I never do. And she said to me, oh, I said, it's kind of technical. She said, oh, it's okay. I understand that. I'm a dental hygienist. Well, it gave me the opening to talk to her. So she wanted to know what I was doing. And I told her, because it's Niken, that's what I'm doing. And I said, you know, I really wasn't a presentation. I just told her what I was doing. Well, a few days later, I looked at my volume and it had soared because she did everything that I was doing. What she didn't tell me was that a couple of days before she got the products, she couldn't keep anything in her system. She was so sick, her body was deteriorating badly.
Mm.
Not from COVID, from something else, from basically life. And when she got the products and she started using them, she stopped having problems keeping food down, keeping water down. And she has never had that problem since. And that's almost 4 years ago.
Wow. That was fortuitous. Yes. Wonderful. Thank you. Hattie Jane, go ahead and share. You got a quick story?
I hope so. Did you hear me okay?
Uh-huh.
Thank you. I'm on my phone, so I can't see the little goodies. Well, I was at, is it in one of my professions was a massage therapist, and I was at a arm wrestling championship convention. And someone came up to me and said, can you do anything about this? And held out her forearm. And her forearm was literally pancaked down from her fingertips up through her elbow. And she said it was a little uncomfortable. And I looked at it, it's like, oh, Lord of mercy. So I got out my insoles out of my shoes and I slapped them on one side and on the other. And we sat around for a while and she said, it feels so much better.
That's awesome. Thanks, Hattie Jane. I'll jump in and share one quick story. I play tennis, and tennis is brutal on your body, or at least it's brutal on mine. I think it is I'm probably not the only one. There was a time, and so I always have products in my tennis bag. So there was a time where I did something to my wrist, who knows what, and I was having difficulty gripping the racket. And the person that I was playing, it was a singles match, and the person I was playing noticed it because I was in between matches. I was, doing massage. I'm a massage therapist too, so I was doing some self massage. And so we talked about it, and I told her, I said, I'm having some hard times. So then I realized, I said, give me a few minutes. I ran out to the car because I didn't have everything in my car. I got the tube of CM cream. I put that on my wrist, and I didn't have a wristband. I had a new one, but I didn't want to open a new one. But I did have a magnet. I had a chip. And so, but you wear these sweatbands. And so I put the magnet in my under my sweatband and the CM cream. And within a few minutes, really, I was like, fine. I beat her too. She was like, I shouldn't have should have given that time off. Anyhow, she turned into, because of that, she watched that. So then she went on my website and she ordered a bunch of things too. Because tennis players, no other tennis players or other athletes that hurt themselves playing tennis. So that's another tip. Talk to tennis players because we love that. We want to keep playing, but it takes a toll. So to be able to perform better in on the spot was certainly a wow experience for her. Well, that's all we got for tonight. Thank you all for being on. And I don't know what the theme will be next week, but we'll come up with something good. So have a great night.
Thank you.
Thank